Hey guys, it's Rose with Roselikescrochet. How is everybody doing? It is Monday, July 17th, 2023, and I am coming on here with another yarn yakking video for July. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. That's why it's called yarn yakking. And I make stitch markers. So if you could go check out my Etsy shop and favorite the shop and a few items, it really does help me out a whole lot. You will be seeing a video on Thursday, this Thursday, July 20th. I am going to show you some new clearance stitch markers that I'm going to be putting up and listing. Well, they're already listed in there now, but they will be on clearance on Thursday. There will be a video on Thursday night, and as soon as you see that video, the listings will be clearance or whatever. I actually filmed it already so that you can, I need some time to actually change the listings and all that other stuff. Anywho, go check out the Etsy shop and favorite a few items. If you want to wait until Thursday so you can find some clearance stuff, that would be awesome. You can still go favorite it, but then go back and check on Thursday. Once you come back to this channel on Thursday, watch the video so you can see which ones are on clearance, and then go to the Etsy shop if you can make a purchase. That's awesome. I am also destashing some yarn, and that will all be live on Thursday as well in the Etsy shop. Anywho, I live in the Chicago area. I have one daughter. Her nickname is Carrots, like the vegetable. And I have one rescue dog. His name is Camo. So yarn yakking is basically what it sounds like. I just talk about yarn and yarn related stuff. So I am going to go over a few things today. I had a craft fair on Saturday, which kind of was a bust, but that's okay. But I have a video of my setup so you guys can see it. And I went shopping with a friend about a week and a half ago, and I have some stuff that I want to show you that I made on the Addi Knitting machine. And then I have some Loveys to show you. So admin stuff out of the way, come join our Facebook group. It's attached to this YouTube podcast thing. There's 3 questions to join. I promise you they're easy. It's just to make sure we don't have any riffraff in the group. So come over and join. I am also on Instagram if you want to follow me there. It's at Roselikescrochet. If you're not on Instagram, but you're on Facebook and you want to see what I post on Instagram, you can go to my Facebook business page. So the Facebook business page is, you don't have to answer any questions. You can just follow the page, but it's only where I post because it's connected to Instagram. So if you want to post, come on over to the Facebook group and post over there. You can post any patterns. Well, don't post paid patterns, but post anything you're doing, yarn hauls, sales, whips, questions, whatever. They're all super nice over there. So go check it out. What else? TikTok, I'm on there. I maybe post about once a month. There is a spring shop. It's linked down below. You can get Roselikescrochet merchandise, the Etsy shop, and I think that's it. Everything is linked down below. I will just remind everybody, I do not accept friend requests on Facebook for my personal page, I guess. I don't know. And if you send, I don't know, like Instagram, if you message me, make sure it's about crochet. Like, I don't want invitations to get a discount on some automotive, I don't know, just make it about crochet and yarn. That's all I'm interested in. So that's it. Yeah, I know social media is crazy, right? All right, so craft fair, let's talk about that. Oh, and you can always email me, roselikescrochet@gmail.com. Leave a comment down below all my videos. I do respond to every single comment, unless you're mean. I'm just kidding. No one is really mean. Yes, so I think that's it for admin stuff. We're just going to get to the craft fair. So the craft fair that I did on Saturday, it is with a church, and this is the first year that they're ever doing this kind of craft fair. So they're brand new. They're in their infancy. There's not a lot of marketing, I guess, because it's a church and they have no money to market stuff. So it's outside, 3rd Saturday of every month. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I posted, if you're a Chicago local, come and visit me, but no one came to visit me. There was hardly any customers. So I will tell you what I sold. And then I'll insert a video because like before, like once I got it all set up, then I took like a video and explained some stuff. So I'm going to tell you that I sold 1, 2, 3 leggy froggies. So I'm trying to think of which video. I think I posted it on my Instagram if you want to go check out like what a leggy froggy is. But I made these leggy froggies with Bernat blanket yarn, and I sold 3 of them. Okay, I sold a Lovey, which I'll show you later on in this video. I sold 2 kitchen scrubbies. I sold a chapstick holder. I sold an octo. I sold 4 scrunchies. I sold 1 jellyfish, which I was really excited about, and I sold an F-bomb. So I'm not going to explain that to you if you don't know what that is. You'll have to just look at my Etsy shop because I do have them for sale on my Etsy shop. And I sold 2 monsters, and my favorite monster sold. It was the white monster with the pink eyelashes and the pink hair and the pink smile, and she sold, and I was really sad, but I'm glad she went to a new home. So that was what I sold at my craft fair. So it wasn't that great, but it also, whatever, you know, you have to start somewhere. Not me. I mean, I've done craft fairs before, but I guess this church needed to start somewhere, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. All right, so I'm going to insert the video of what my booth looked like. I guess it's not a booth. It was outside, and I had to get a tent, and so I'll show you what my tent looked like. I'll insert the video right here. All right, guys. Here I am at this outdoor craft fair. Just going to show you my setup. Need to figure out a better way to hang those. I think 2 clips instead of 1 for my rainbows. Got some wind spinners. I've got some jellyfish hanging right there. My 2 mannequin forms. One is there, one's on the other side. There are all my Loveys. And some more jellyfish, market bags, all my packaged goods, cup cozies, coasters, Swiffer covers are up there, ice cream pint cozies, face scrubbies, kitchen scrubbies, kitchen scrubbies, kitchen scrubbies, washcloths. And then here is my table. I've got scrunchies. On the bottom there, you can't see them. I've got hot pads, chapsticks, a bunch of octos, monsters, F-bombs, snakes, happy pillows, dish soap dresses, frogs, and then the 1 tooth pillow that I made. And then I've got my rack with all my baby blankets and shawls. I've got another wind spinner. And then there is another one of my forms with a shawl on it. And more jellyfish. All right, you guys. So let me know what you think. I did switch some things around later on. Like I moved some jellyfish around, and I moved some bags around, and I moved some stuff in the cubes around. And it was just super hot, and not a whole lot of customers came by. I mean, I just told you what I sold. So anyway, we'll see what happens next month. I'm doing another craft fair, I think the beginning of August. It's called Corn Fest. It's in the same town, but it's a bigger, like a big festival. And then I have that church craft fair again in August. And then I got to start prepping for fall craft fairs, which hopefully will be inside. So it's not so hot, and I won't need a tent. So that will be awesome. So yeah, so let me know what you think. I know that in the winter time, or like in the fall craft fairs, I always have my hats and cowls, and I have like these little displays for hats and stuff. And I didn't have any of that with me because it was like 90 degrees. So I will have to figure out a different way to display things once fall craft fair season starts. So anyway, so now you can see that there is some yarn here. So my friend Carolyn, hi Carolyn, she texted me last week a picture of a Joann Fabrics by where she lives. And like they're, you know how they have like a classroom area in some Joann Fabrics? She said the entire classroom area was filled with clearance yarn. And she took a picture, and so I was just like, how much longer are you going to be there? Where is it at? I'm coming. So I met her up there, and her mother-in-law showed up too. Like, everyone showed up. It was a big party. And I got some clearance yarn because clearance yarn. Okay, so I have my receipt here. I will tell you this was on July 8th. So that was what, like a week and a half ago. So I'm doing better, guys. And I haven't ordered any yarn lately. That could change. All right, so let me tell you, the clearance was all 25% off, I believe. Yes, the clearance was all 25% off the ticketed price. So some of the stuff did not have a ticket price, like a red price on it, but it was a red ticket on the shelf. Okay, so we'll start with the blanket yarn since this is really big. Now, I don't know why this was just in the regular section. They didn't pull it out and put it in that different clearance section. So I got a Bernat baby blanket, and I'm trying to tell you, this is called School Bus Yellow, and the clearance price was $8.97, and then with 25% off, I got this for $6.73. Yes, thank you so much. So I am gonna, someone requested bumblebees at the craft fair on Saturday. So I have to figure out bumblebees, but I need black. I guess I have to go yarn shopping again and get some black blanket yarn. Oh my gosh, that's so tragic. Anyway, I got one of these. Then I got this red one called Race Car Red. I'm not going to go over specs on the clearance stuff, you guys, because I don't know if you can still get it. This one was also on sale for $8.97, and then with the clearance price was $6.73. So I got one of those. And then my favorite color in the whole wide world is purple. So they had this lilac. Also, after 25% off, was $6.73. I don't know if you guys know this, but the normal price on those is now what, $11.99 or $12.99? So that is a really, really good deal. This one is called Baby Teal, and also after the clearance price percentage off, $6.73. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right, they also had Big Twist Plush, which is like the Joanne version of the Bernat blanket yarn. And this was clearance price for $7.97, and then with 25% off, it came to $5.98. So I'm thinking a snake, some monsters, something for $5.98. Yes, please. And it's soft. This also was the Big Twist Plush, and this one was called like Variegated Green. And this was also on clearance for $5.98. Now the difference between this and the Bernat blanket is the Bernat blanket is 220 yards. This is only 153 yards. But I could still get, oh my God, can you imagine the leggy froggies? Which, by the way, I need to make more leggy froggies. So I need to find some green blanket yarn. I might have some. Okay, then this item right here, Karen Jumbo. And the color on this is called Dalmatian. You guys, do you know what I'm going to use this for? I get those tie beanie babies, or like the little stuffies that I make Loveys with. And I always get ones that are like black and white, or, you know, they have like penguins or whatever else animal that's got a lot of black and white in it. That is going to be perfect for Loveys. This was on clearance for $6.97, and then I got it for 25% off. Which, let me see if it says, it was after the 25% off, $5.23. I could not pass that up. Okay, then I only got one of these, and I don't know why. I think they had more than one. It's Big Twist Living. It was on clearance for $3.47, and then it was 25% off. So let me see, this was on sale for $2.60. I know they have other colors in the aisle, and it's really, really soft. So if you get a chance to get some of this, get some of it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, they also had all of their Big Twist cotton on sale, and it was all originally $1.97. And then with the 25% off, it turned out to be $1.48. So even though the colored and the solids are different yardages. They were still all clearance for $1.97 and on sale after the 25% off for $1.48. So I'm gonna do what I do best with cotton and make market bags. So I got 3 of the solid and 1 of the variegated. The solid is called, let's see here, pastel blue. It's not blue, you guys, it's green. I don't know what they're talking about. No wonder why it's on clearance. This one is called aquamarine speckle. So I picked up these 4 for a bag, and then I picked up these 4 for a bag. And the beige one is just called, let's see, does it have a name? Is it just called beige? It's called beige. And then the variegated one is called Multi Rosy Cheeks. Okay, if that's what they want to call it. And then they had some of these Ogos on clearance. This one was $3.47. And I just used this for a lovey, and I figured I could take another one. So $3.47, and after the 25% off, it was $2.60. So not bad. And these only have 236 yards in them, but I love the colors. And then they had these Ogos, Red Heart Super Saver Ogos. Let's see if they have a price. $2.97 for the black, and then 25% off, and then $3.47 for this guy, and then 25% off. I mean, you always need black yarn, and this I also thought would be really good for a lovey. So that's why I picked up that one. And then they had blanket yarn in the Ogos on clearance. This one was $6.47 minus 25% off. And this color is called Purple Plum. Yes, please. This one is also $6.47 and then 25% off, called Shiraz. And this one, Art Nouveau, was $5.97 with 25% off. And this one was $4.47 with 25% off, called London. Now, if you guys have watched my channel before, you know that I have taken one of these, made a snake, 3 monsters, and an octo with one of these. So just so you know what you can get out of one of these. And this has 220 yards, just like the big ball of Bernat blanket, but you get 3 colors. All right, so the last thing I got at Joann Fabrics was it on clearance? Let me see. Was a Lion Brand mandala, and the color is called Wraith. It was on clearance for $10.97, and then with 25% off, I got this for $8.23. Are you guys ready? It's the bonus bundle. So Carolyn, who was with me, she was like, you don't need that. And I was like, but you need it. So she wasn't gonna get it. But after that price, we had a discussion at the register when I was buying my stuff. And we decided that we would do some kind of a crochet along, like a baby blanket crochet along. I don't know, just me and her, or if you guys want to join along, if you want to give me some suggestions for a baby blanket. She doesn't like 3-weight yarn, which is why she didn't want to buy it, but I convinced her to buy the exact same one. So we both bought this one, and it's basically the equivalent of 2 mandala cakes. And like I said, I got it for $8.23. So we couldn't go wrong with that. So anyway, that was my shopping trip at Joann. And then of course we had to stop at Michael's, and Michael's is really disappointing me lately because they don't ever have anything and nothing is ever on sale, but you know, whatever. I'll shop somewhere else. I'm fine with that. But we saw these in the clearance section, and if anyone ever orders anything from my Etsy shop, you will know that when I write out the address label, because I'm not sophisticated enough to print out address labels, I handwrite them all. Everyone gets at least 1 sticker on the address label. And so I found these. One was 50 cents, one was $1. So if you order stitch markers from me sometime in the near future, you might get SpongeBob or Minion stickers on your address label. I hope you enjoy. Although some of these were like kind of weird, and so I might not put some of them on there. For example, you might not see some of these on there. I'll just show you. Some of the faces are not the nicest faces from SpongeBob, so those might not make it on an address label. Let me see what the Minion ones look like. Minions are so cute. I don't think anyone would mind, but sometimes the SpongeBob stickers were not the most pleasant. And these are kind of big, so I don't know if they're gonna fit. I might have to figure out how to rewrite my address labels. Anyway, so we did Michael's and Joann's and had lunch, and then I got to meet her puppy, and it was a good day. So anyway, go check out your Joann clearance. I don't know what they have at your store. This store had way more than my store did, so I was really, really excited. Okay, so I have one more yarn purchase to show you, and then I'm going to show you some finished objects. Hang on. All right, you guys. So I was in Florida not too long ago, and I went to try and find a local yarn shop so that I could see what the local yarn shops looked like in Florida. So the store that I found is called Suncoast Yarns, and on the sticker here, it just has like their phone number, and it says your knit and crochet yarn community. Now, the lady was really nice when I walked in. I didn't tell her I was a crochet person or anything. And I was like, oh, she's like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I'm just from out of town, and just wanted to see what you guys had. And she's like, okay, so come right here. This is all the local hand dyers. So she must have known that like she had a whole section of just hand-dyed yarns from local hand dyers, which was really, really cool. So she said, you're probably going to want to look at those because everything else is like normal inventory for a yarn shop. So I did look at those, and I found a couple that I liked, but they weren't really the softest. The ones that were really soft were like the fingering weight yarns, and I'm not really interested in those. So I kind of walked around the shop. They were really, really nice. They didn't like, turn their nose up at me because I was a crocheter, because I did tell them I crocheted. But instead of getting the hand-dyed yarns that she recommended, I found some other yarns, just two hanks that I hadn't seen. Like, I don't really have a local yarn shop to me in my neighborhood. So I saw these and they were really soft and I had to get them. Anyway, this is their card. I don't know if they have like an online presence or not, but if you want to screenshot that, that is their card where they were located. It was a really cute little shop. There was like 3 ladies in the back that were like knitting and talking about knitting projects. So anyway, they had a whole section of earth yarns, which is URTH. And I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to tell you about the first one here before I show you. Earth is URTH. The one here that I'm going to show you is worsted weight, 100% superwash, extra fine merino, 220 yards, 200 meters, 100 grams. And it's called Unique Worsted, U-N-E-E-K, worsted. And the color is 4003. It says you can machine wash with cold water and dry flat. Are you guys ready? This is color 4003. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Can you see why I had to get it? You guys got like every shade of purple. It's got like royal blue. It's got like this, I don't know, avocado green. It reminds me of like the 70s. It's so pretty though. Like this color green is so like retro green. But then there's these gorgeous like bright blue colors. So I picked up one of those because I figured a hat for myself. Oh, and this was $26 for this hank of yarn. And then the second one that I got is also called Unique Worsted, hand-dyed, self-striping, extra fine merino, made in Turkey. And it says it's 100% extra fine superwash, worsted weight, 220 yards, 100 grams. And this is color 4825. And this was also $26. Are you ready for this one? Now I got these over the hand-dyed because they only really had, the DK and the worsted were not that soft. But I thought these were like super soft. So this one is kind of the same as the other one, except there's no purple in it. But it's got like lime green and blue. I guess this is like a little bit of purple, but it's not purple like this purple. It's definitely not that kind of purple. So anyway, this is what I picked up in my travels. So I just wanted to show you guys these beautiful yarns that I picked up. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some Loveys that I've just finished, and I will point you in the direction of the video tutorial if you don't know, but let me go grab them. Hang on. All right, you guys. So there's this fabulous lady here on YouTube. Her name is Z, and her channel is called Zelda NRJ3. And about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, she came out with this tutorial for something called a Lovey. And this is what I've been using ever since to make my Loveys. Now, a lot of people always ask me, what'd you do with the rest of the body? Because all they see is the head. And just so you guys know, I would encourage you to please go check out Z's tutorial. It is actually linked in every single one of my video description boxes, like on all my videos. So any video you click on, you go to the description box, you will see the link for that tutorial. Anyway, so what you do is you take an entire full size, you know, a whole stuffed animal. So you don't cut his head off or anything. And you make the Lovey blanket, and Z shows you how to do that. And then you just pop the blanket on over the head of your little stuffy. So, so I am on a Lovey kick right now. I have like 3 big bags full of stuffed animals that I need to turn into Loveys. But I have until the fall to really get them all going. But all the ones that you see here will be listed on my Etsy shop. So if you would like to purchase any of my Loveys, I have these and like 30 or 40 more Loveys. I have Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, Captain America. I have Groot on there. I have like all kinds of animals. I have Blue's Clues, Magenta, like I have a ton. And then everything you see here will be listed on the Etsy shop as well by the time you see this video. So I'm gonna show you what I do. And by the way, I'm really picky about the yarn that I use. Like I really want it to match. So for example, this is Cookie Monster. And by the way, this is not the color of Cookie Monster. If anyone has grown up on Sesame Street, you know that Cookie Monster is not turquoise. He is like a blue. He's blue. He's not turquoise. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so this is a brand new Lovey. It says Sesame Street on it, and even the picture is not the same color. Sesame Street, what did you do? Like, I need Cookie Monster to be the right color anyway. So here is Cookie Monster. I have 2 of him. And he is adorable. I love Cookie Monster. So I actually have an Abby Cadabby as well, but I haven't been able to make the blanket Lovey for her yet. So she's coming soon. All right, I've got Elmo, because Elmo, seriously. And I don't tell you guys the yarn I use because once I'm done with the ball band, I just throw the ball band away. I don't collect my ball bands. This I think it was some kind of cake. I don't remember what kind of cake it was. Anyway, so I'm really picky about the yarn that I get to match. I always want everything to match. All right, then I don't know, like a month ago, I showed you guys someone was looking for Angel. And so I made 3 of these because I had 3 of these little Angel Loveys. This is from, or Stuffies, this is from Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. And her name is Angel. And this was a special request for someone, and I've already sent her her little Angel Lovey, and then someone else wanted one. So 2 out of 3 are gone. So I only have the 1 left. And then I have Care Bears, you guys. I found this one right here. This is it's like a birthday Care Bear. And what is this one called? It's called Birthday Bear. And this yarn right here was an entire ball of Bernat Softy Chunky, I think. I normally make them longer than this, but this is also a bulkier yarn, so I use a bigger hook. And this was the entire ball. I wish I could have had like 1 or 2 more rows, but that's okay. So I've got 1 of these, and here is another Care Bear. This one is called Share Bear. I love it. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I only have 1 of him. That's what he looks like underneath. And then I have Stitch. I have these adorable Stitches, and they're holding a pineapple, and he's winking, and he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's so cute. So I have 2 of these guys, and they will be listed in my Loveys section in my Etsy shop. And then these last 4 are all dinosaurs, and they came from Hobby Lobby, believe it or not. So the first one I have is this purple dinosaur, and there's quite a bit of pink there. So I used, this is like a red heart something. I can't remember what the name of the cake is. Anyway, so I used this for the dinosaur because girls like dinosaurs, seriously. Here's another one. It's green, and it's got a lot of pink in the face, so I made it green with hot pink edging because hot pink. And then this one is a pink dinosaur, and I used, I think this is from Hobby Yarns, and I love this speckled yarn. It's called like Hobby Tweed or Tweed Dreams or something like that. I want to get some more of this. So I've got one of these dinosaurs, so adorable. And then the last one is this blue dinosaur, and you might recognize this yarn because I just showed you the Ogo, that Red Heart Ogo, and it's the exact same one. So that's why I was saying I loved using this for the Lovey. Okay, that's it for Loveys. These will all be listed in the Etsy shop. So I've been working on my Addi knitting machine. So I want to show you what I've been doing on the Addi knitting machine. All right, you guys. So I just got this Addi knitting machine like earlier this year. So I am still very new at doing stuff on the Addi knitting machine. But I want to show you that I've been practicing. And the first thing I want to show you is I got this, these Caron Ogos, Caron Simply Soft Ogos. And they work up really, really nice in the Addi knitting machine. If you have an Addi or a Central or whatever, you should try it. This color is called Cool Green and Lime Frost. And out of one of those Ogos, this is all I have left. There is, let me see how many yards. 250 yards. It's a 4-weight, but it's kind of a thin 4-weight. So that's all I have left. And here's what I got out of one of those. I got one of these headbands, and I'll show you what it looks like because why not? I don't care. All right, I have here we go, messy bun. Look at it, it's perfect for messy buns, right? So I like it a whole lot, you guys. I think it's really, really pretty. So I got one of these out of that, and I also got a double-sided hat. So I got this hat, which is also reversible. So you can reverse it. I think I either did like 60 or 65 rows of each color, and then I switched it. So I left a tail because I'm not sure if I'm gonna put a pom-pom on it, because if I put a pom-pom on it, then it's not really reversible that easy. You have to take the pom-pom off. So I wanted to show you what I got out of one of those Ogo, Simply Soft Ogos. I got a whole hat and a whole headband out of it. Then I had another one called Lime Frost and Soft Pink. And I have, I don't know where the leftover yarn is. Anyway, I have a hat, which is also double-sided hat. So, you know, pink on one side and lime green on the other. And then I also got one of these twisted headbands out of it. So exciting. Oh my gosh. Like those look pretty good considering I'm way a beginner. Okay, then I had this yarn and I don't know, I don't have a label for it and I don't remember how much there was, but this is what I have left. And these, I do think I'm gonna put a pom-pom on them because it's not really reversible. It's the same on either side. I'll show you. I got 2 hats out of it and then I didn't think I could get another one, but you see it's the same. But you can fold up the brim. So I think these are gonna get pom-poms. So I did leave the string attached so that I could put a pom-pom on. So I have 2 of these hats. that I made, and I don't know how big of a ball that was. Okay, so then I have Yarn Bee sugar wheel called Watermelon Taffy. This was a clearance from Hobby Lobby. It was $1.74. I had 3 of them. So there's 2 complete ones and one that's about halfway, less than halfway. Let me see how many yards. 355 yards for each cake. So what I got out of the cake, the 3 cakes, I got this humongous scarf. I love big long scarves. So this is folded in half. It's really, really, really long. Oh my gosh, I love the colors. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then I got a hat, which is reversible, which is why I'm not sure I'm gonna put a pom-pom on it. So there is the hat. And the inside is mostly all purple. Here, I'll show you the inside. Because that's all this is shades of purple. So that's why I'm not sure about putting a pom-pom, because both sides are really, really pretty. So I got a hat, that super long scarf, and I got a set of fingerless gloves, which this is still a big challenge for me. I'll show you my seaming is not the greatest, but I need to practice on that. But these are the fingerless gloves, yeah, which don't look that great, but you know what? If it's winter time and that's what you like is fingerless gloves, it works. Let me put this one on. This one doesn't look as bad, but seaming is my problem. So there's the fingerless gloves. You can see the hole for this is longer, but that's okay, right? So that's what I got out of 3 cakes of the sugar wheel. And I still have a little bit left, so I can probably do like another hat with that. Okay, so that's that. And then I had some hand-dyed yarn, and I don't have the label or the packaging for it. I made a scarf, and it's sparkly yarn, and it's really thin though. So I don't know that I would use, I think it was like a 1 or a 2 weight. So I don't know that I would use this weight again to make a scarf, but it's really super soft and it's glittery. Let me see if I can hold it up and you can see the glitter. Probably not. Anyway, it's really glittery. So that was like one batch of things. I have another bag here of stuff that I finished. Hang on. All right, you guys, so here's the last bag of stuff I made on the Addi Knitting machine. So I'll start off with scrunchies. Oh my gosh. So I found a pattern, a YouTube video. You guys can just, if you have one of these, just search knitting machine hair scrunchie. And there's 3 different sizes. I don't remember. I think this is like a small one and this is a big one. I can't remember. Anyway, I took some scrap yarns just to practice, and I made some hair scrunchies on the Addi Knitting machine. And I don't know, I think I'd rather crochet them, but that's just my opinion. But they're not bad. I just think I'd rather crochet them. So I've got those scrunchies. And then again, I took some yarn that I don't think there's a label for and made some hats. Most of these I left the top string on in case I wanted to add a pom-pom. Like for example, this yarn is pretty much the same no matter which way you look at it, so I probably will add a pom-pom to it. So there's one hat, and I don't know how much yarn I started with there because there's no label. Here is another one that is, let me see, oh, I have a label here. It's called Hawaii, 100% premium acrylic from Mayflower. And I have this hat right here. And I don't know why I don't have a string, but I don't have a string. So anyway, there's that hat on the knitting machine. I should have left a string because I could definitely put a pom-pom on that one, right? Anyway, all right, this one right here. Let's see, I stuffed this is Red Heart Soft Essentials Baby. And I did not use a whole ball. There was just some left over, and I think this was clearance at Michael's for like $3.97. Anyway, I did leave string on this one because this you can definitely, it's the same on either side. So I can definitely add a pom-pom to that. So I got that one. Hats are really easy for me. It's everything else that's not easy for me. Okay, this one is gonna be a kid size hat and scarf. And here is what it looks like. I did cinch the ends on a scarf to see if I liked it. And I don't really like it, but I think I'm gonna add tassels to it. I used Bernat Softy Baby in these two colors. So I have plenty of yarn left to make tassels on the end. But it is for a kid, so I don't know. I mean, it'll be for an older, not like a teenager or anything. But hopefully if I put tassels on it, it won't be a big deal, and a little pom-pom on the top. Then I have this hat. I'm telling you guys, I've been really working on that machine. This hat right here using Loops and Threads Kai, which is really, really pretty. I did leave string so I could put a pom-pom on there. And you know what? I don't have to put a store-bought pom-pom. I have enough yarn to use my pom-pom maker and make like a regular pom-pom with that, with the yarn. Okay, this one right here, what did I make on this one? This is a Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel. Oh, I know what this is. I think I know what this is. Hold on a second. This one is called All a Swirl from Hobby Lobby. This was a clearance item probably from 2-3 years ago. So I used 2 full ones and then like half of another one. And I have a hat, but the inside of the hat is red, which is really, really cool. And so I don't know which way to do it. Anyway, I have a hat. I have a really, really long scarf. This is another one of those super scarves. Let me see if I can show you. I did put tassels on it. There's the other one. And what I did is I made the hat first, and I made the fingerless gloves next. And then I just made, I don't know, 300 rows for the scarf, just so I would make sure that I didn't run out of yarn for the hat and the gloves. So the gloves are kind of funky looking because look at what the yarn did. Like I didn't do that, the yarn did that. Anyway, that's a whole set, which might go to Wings, October, I think. So there's a super long hat, scarf, or super long scarf, hat, and fingerless gloves. All right, then I found this Premier Nordica. It's a 3-weight, but it's really, really thin, you guys. I got a hat out of it, and I did leave the strings in case I wanted to do a pom-pom. And then I got a scarf out of it, which looks really cool because look at the design, which you cannot get when you crochet. So here is the design that came out of it. Super, super cool. So I got a scarf and a hat. I don't think I would have enough for fingerless gloves. Then, I know this is taking forever. I use this Hobby Universe XL, which is a 3 lightweight, and it's really sparkly. And I have another one of these. Actually, I have more than one. And I'm thinking of making more hats, but they're kind of thin. I don't know how else to explain it. It's really flimsy. It's not like a very sturdy hat. It's really pretty because it's sparkly, but it's just not very sturdy. So I don't know if I want to use another one and make another hat. It's super soft though. Okay, then I had some of this leftover Karen Big Donut in Mint Julep. Looks like that. I made a hat, and it is green on the inside. So I'm thinking of not putting a pom-pom on here because then you could reverse it. So it could be green like that with a blue label. Then, I know, someone a couple years ago gifted me a bunch of these hanks of yarn. I think it's called like Crazy Yarn or something like that. And I used, all 3 were different colors. I used, oh, here we go. I was smart and I saved the label on these. Let me see. Okay, so here's this one. It's called, they're all called Crazy Yarn. And someone gifted me 3 of them. It's a 2-ply sport weight, 100% fine wool. There was 3 different colors, 214, 218, and 284. And I figured if they're crazy yarns, let's just mix them all up. So I made a hat, which looks like that. and I don't remember which color was for what, but this is the inside of it. So I probably will put a pom-pom on the other side because this is definitely prettier. And then I made a scarf, and my edges I'm not going to show you because this is what I really need to work on, but here is the scarf to go with it. And this is using all 3 of the crazy yarn colors. Is a really scrappy yarn hat, and there's a big mistake in it, so I don't even know if I'm gonna I'm not gonna probably give it away or anything. But if you remember my last yarn yakking video, I made a glorious granny blanket with all of these red heart minis, which I'll show you the label. And there was a bunch of yarn left over from all of those little squares. So I decided to make a scrap hat. And I really did not do a very good job on the scrap hat. The other color that I used to finish it off was Bravo worsted weight. That's this orangey color right here. But I'll show you, I started with all of the whites that I had, like off-white, pink, dark pink, blues, everything up to the blue. And then there was some purples and then some blacks. And then I had to finish it off with that Brava worsted weight. But there's a big mistake. Like I dropped a bunch of stitches and I tried to pick them up, but I'm not a knitter, so I don't do very well with picking up stitches. So let me show you guys because it looks really bad. Okay, there it is. So that's where I tried to pick up stitches and it did not turn out very well. And the unfortunate thing is that if I have it this way, yeah, you can roll it up, but then you don't see a whole lot of the blue. So it's not as pretty. So I'd rather have it the other way, but then you see all the mistakes in the blue. So I don't know what's going to happen with this hat. I think this one's prettier, but then you can see the mistake in the blue right there. Anyway, that's it. That's a lot of stuff on the Addi. It's not like I did that all in the past week or anything. It's been a long time since I've been working on the Addi, obviously. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions on anything. Check out the Etsy shop for the clearance on Thursday and the yarn de-stash. And then the Loveys that you see will be listed here tonight when you see this video. And I have no yarn on order yet. So I don't know when I'll come back. No, the next video you see after Thursday's clearance yarn de-stash video will probably be a wings video. So that is all I have, you guys. I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again. Bye.